Hello, beautiful people, future me. Welcome to another programming workout of mine. Going through a tough times, I would say, so let's forget about everything and keep coding, I guess. So, what we will do, we will improve our typing at first, do 5 minutes of it, then we will do 25 minutes of something else on execute program, I think. So, let's get into it. Crap. All right. So we did something. And I think I overbrew my team. Oh, whatever. 49%, horrible. Continue, just keep doing that. SARS. That will be horrible. Okay, so how is it? How is it? 5%. Okay, so that is better than it was before. Alright, I'll stop this timer, maybe. Here we go. And close this, and I want the 25 minutes timer. Yep. That one, and we will do something in here. I don't know what. Just something, the first thing that will pop up. Okay, so TypeScript it is, and I have some review. Start the timer, not this one, the other one. It's time to review. Okay, blah blah blah, I will type what's the result. So we have unknown, that is a string, okay, and this will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So like this, maybe. Why do you load so long? That's weird. That's right. Constant names. String names too. Okay, so that's out of bound, and that will result in undefined, right? Yep. Here's code problem for you to complete. Give this function a return type that means an array of arrays of string. Okay, so we'll delete those, and we will say it returns an array of strings. So string like this, maybe. Yep, that's it. Using the s operator allows you to assign a variable with the wrong type. Yeah, it does. So this is the type, so diamonds, but the value will be this. Like, this is the definition. Here we say this is the value and this is the type. So it will be monst, this guy. Okay, something else to complete. Get this function's argument a type that means an array of strings. Argument type, okay. An array of strings, and maybe I could do this as well. Yep. Oh crap. I'll do this as string array. That should be it. They don't use the semicolons. Next example. We have an array of strings, names, and unsound names is string or number equals names. Okay, and this will... Okay, so either it will bounce out, or we will have a 5 in the array, and I kind of think because this variable points to a names and it thinks it can be string or number, it will push it anyway. So I'll see. My guess is it will contain Amir, Betty, and 5. Amir, Betty, and 5. And that's the right thing. Okay. Here, write an assert string. Oh god. Assertion function. Make sure that its argument has the type unknown. Okay, input unknown. Okay, and now the output, I never know. it is input is string. If a type of input is not equal to string, we'll throw new error, and the message will be boom, like this, maybe. An error. Well, maybe this guy I need. Okay. What about now? A function whose declared type is neither void nor any must return value. Okay. Return true. Like this, maybe. It's not assignable to type string. Okay. I don't know. Give up, and I want the correct answer. So it is asserts as a string. That was the keyword I was missing. Okay. Oh well. So it is the assert string. Assertion function has function name input, then the output type is assert, the input name is the type, and if not we throw error, and if that passes it is okay. So assertion function asserts. Okay, and then we have the other one, which is the type check function. That's a little bit different. Ready? No, nothing. Okay, so we'll go to another thing which we have here. And we have modern JavaScript. So I'll do that. Some color examples. So we have a map, and we put an array of arrays, so that can do, and values are not the keys, so array from, so it will be 2 and 4, like so. After 64 days, wow. Your last review for this code example, cool. Now we excluded the first one over here, so we'll have a 2, 3. Now we have another map, and in the map we are using set. So we have a Betty and Betty, but the second one overrides this value, so email size will be 1. After 1 day, I don't believe that was 1 day. Const user name Amir, symbol toString tag. Oh, this was, oh yeah. So those symbols were never included in the parsing or stringifying, so it will be a object which will say name with value Amir, and this guy, the computed value. How was it called? I don't know. That will not be included, and I'm right. Now we have computed values, connections, and I remember here was some problem with those, and in one of the situations they kind of override each other, so this will be like object keys. Maybe it will be just one. So I'll try that. Object. Your answer has a syntax error. So maybe it is okay. Will London Paris South Antwerp? No. Okay. So it might be like this. Object, maybe. Syntax error. Great, this one I tried. Okay, I gave up. Saving your answer. Hey, I wanna see the correct. Okay. It was an array of Okay. Lesson learned, I guess. Use the structuring to extract Betty's cat's name, which is stored in a nested object. Stored it in the name variable. That variable matches the name K in cat, which makes the structuring easier. That will what? To extract Betty's cat's name? Yeah. Store it in the name variable. Okay. That variable name matches the name key in cat, which makes the destruction easier than it would be if it didn't match. Okay, so it will be const name equals user dot cat dot name. I kind of feel there's a different way how to do that as well. Oh well. Const cat ages Mrs. Fluff, Kinu, and arise from keys. Okay, so we will have a Miss Fluff, and we will have Kinu, like so. Imagine that we are building a social network. Write a social graph class with two methods. Two methods. The add follow methods record that user 1 follows users 2. The follows method checks for whether user 1 follows users 2. Returning a boolean, create an empty map in the constructor, then update it whenever add follow is called. Okay, now so you can blah blah blah. Okay, so we need this map equals new map, like so. and we want here nothing, I believe. Then we will have add follow. So we'll have add follow. It will take user1, user2, and then if map dot if map dot map contains user1. If it doesn't, we need to add it. So we will have map dot set user1 new, and here I didn't want to do the array, I wanted to do the set new set, I think. Okay, and this is the if, and then we will say this, this dot map, this dot map, this dot map, get user1. Now we have the set, and on the set is the add user2, like that. That's all there is to it. I could check if the set already contains it, but this is just programmatically easier for me to do. Because if it contains it, again, it is a set, it can have only one unique value, or all of the values are unique, so it kind of overwrites itself, and I have a nice thing. Then we have the follow. Maybe I can run it and see the errors. Unexpected token, okay, so we'll search that. Okay, I'll need to close this. Now what? Type error. This map contains is not a function. Okay, so contains, it will be has, maybe. Has. So I did run it. Social grab follows is not a function. Okay, cool. So we will do the follows. Follows and user. I'm doing JavaScript, right? So I think so. User2, 1, user2. That will return a boolean, but we will say if this dot map dot has user1 or this dot map dot get user1 dot has user2, and we will return false. False. Otherwise, we'll return true. I'll close that. Can put it into curly's. Why not? And run it. And I solved it. Okay, cool. So here I'm checking if we already saved the key. If not, user1 cannot follow user2. And then here we got the set, and if the set has the user2, then it means it follows it, so it goes here. Okay, cool. What do we have here? Const names. You said Amer Betty. Names dot size. It will be 2, I think. Emails. We have a new map. Amer Betty. Email size is 2. Okay, then we have a constant, and we take the second one, which will be Betty email, which is we have a name and emails, which we are extracting it from. This is the deconstruction, they call it. So the result will be the email for, and the name is Betty. Betty is Betty at example.com, like so. I have a typo. This. Here we go. Success after 64 days. Okay, cool. Built-in symbols. 4 minutes to go. Let's see how we will do. JavaScript defines several symbols for us. These are used for metaprogramming, which means changing the behavior of a program using code. Using these built-in symbols, we can modify how JavaScript runs our code. Here's one example. Okay, focus. Several symbols for us. These are used for metaprogramming. Metaprogramming, which means changing the behavior of program using code. Using these, don't we do that by default? We are changing the behavior of the program using the code. That's what the coding is. That's what the coding means, right? Using these built-in symbols, we can modify how JavaScript runs our code. Here's one example. Curious. By default, calling toString on an object results in the string object. Okay. An object toString. Now it will do the object thingy. Okay, in array. It doesn't matter what the object contains, it always returns object, okay. And what does it mean anyway? It looks like the array of 2 things, and both of them, no, it returns a string. It returns a string, and inside of the string there's an array. Inside says object. Okay, it doesn't matter what the object contains, it always returns that. Const user name validate. Okay, so this will be the same. Except I need to put the square brackets in there. Object, like that. The string object isn't very informative, but we can change its behavior if we like. Can call toString of an object. The JavaScript runtime looks for a property on that object named symbol toString tag. If that property exists, the runtime puts it inside the object string. Okay, so that will replace the second object. Okay, the symbol and object symbol toString tag is this guy. Okay, so This will result in object my object. Okay, that's the one. Okay. We can assign symbol to string tag. On an existing object like above, or we can assign it when the object is firstly defined like below. And okay, so we define it like so. We have a user that, and user toString will be string. We will say object, and here we will say a mir. Close that and go. In a future lesson, we'll use a built-in symbol to customize for-of loop iteration, allowing regular loops to iterate over our own custom object as if they were arrays. Okay. Finish lesson. Okay, and we are over the time limit, which means we are done. Done is better than perfect. See you next time. Bye.